Yeah, so we're team LNPlay. This is an idea that came off the back of a thing that myself and Derek was involved in at Pleb Lab. We got to know D++, and she does this thing called the Lightning LARP, which is effectively like an educational experience to get people playing around with Lightning. And we saw it first at Bitcoin++, but you know, it wasn't that effective. She would admit that herself, and we got chatting here, and we were like, "Oh, I think we can make this better." So yeah, what we built was a way to productize the experience that we did for D++ at Pleb Lab. So essentially, what we have here, it's a reg test with 1 Bitcoin already loaded up for each node on the reg test. And you can quickly get people onboarded using Clams, which is an app that I work on. And yeah, our goal for this hackathon was to productize what we did at Pleb Lab and allow meetup organizers, different people who are trying to orange pill, you know, use it in a boardroom, use it in a you know, many different places where you're just trying to get people a feel for what it is to operate a node and use Lightning, but there's low risk because obviously it's a reg test. So yeah, like I said, last year, or BTC++, the previous Lightning LARP, yeah, we chatted with D and we talked through all the pain points. And then at Pleb Lab, we had 75, 80 people in the room. Most of the people raised their hands and said they'd never used Lightning before. And by the end of it, you know, we had boomers coming up to us telling us, you know, how do I get writing fees rocking here? Like, this guy's got more fees than me, how do I beat him? And it was really inspiring because I thought I would never see the day that, you know, these people, like, you know, would be into this. And I had people saying, "Oh, can I use Clams on a real node?" And I was like, "Yeah," like, and kind of talking it through with them. And for me, it was really useful because we don't have any way to know how many people are using Clams on the front end. So I was able to peer over people's shoulders, get UX feedback, see what someone using Lightning for the very first time sees. So it was a great feedback loop there, and we were able to bring that home and add all the issues to GitHub that I picked up on so we can implement some changes. So this is a quick diagram of how it works. On the front end, I'm using a repo called Create Core Lightning app, I think it's called, created by my partner Aaron. I work on at Clams. And effectively, it's using Commando to interface with your core Lightning node. Derek built a plugin that has 2 methods, which is create an order and fetch the order, the invoice, and get the status. And when you make a purchase, you get these connection strings returned. And so Derek is also hosting the cluster that's bringing up the reg test at home, so you can see a little picture of the setup here. So, like I said, some meetups, classrooms, conferences, boardrooms, dev experimentation. I've been thinking about like for Clams, particularly we do a lot of, we're interested in the bookkeeper stuff, but we were thinking it'd be cool to have like nodes spun up that we could that have like thousands of transactions on them, so we can connect and see how our app performs with them. So there's a lot of ways you could go with this. So we have a service, we have a revenue model, we know where we fit in the market, again, sitting in that education space. But and then yeah, big one for us is the kind of the feedback loop that I get for Clams, and Derek gets for his setup. I think he could. I speak for him, but I think he learned a lot in this whole process, and yeah, it was really fun. So some future features we just like brainstormed. Right now, you know, there's no fiat conversions in this little app I'm about to show you. We would like some way to pull in the feedback so we can iterate. So maybe linking people out to our Discord or something like that. Discount codes for educators. And then, yeah, like I said, this option to rent these nodes that are like loaded up with thousands of transactions so devs can test against them. All right, I'll kick off the demo here. So let's go back to all right, so a little value prop here was the guards here were really helpful in the team, like helping us with distilling what this is as an idea, and thinking about, like, you know, we try to get too much in the weeds as devs, so the ladies were really good at distilling that down, so cheers to Pleb poet Michelle. So I'm going to go ahead here and yeah, I'm going to rent 8 nodes for the next 24 hours for my meetup as an example. Going to copy the invoice, pay it. So when this is paid, it'll be brought to your order page. There we go. And this is kind of, on the front end here, I was thinking of kind of the model, like if anyone's ever rented, what do you call it, the eSIMs, the private .link, or silent .link eSIMs, that kind of model. So you can obviously print these out for the party you're throwing, or you can just copy them like so. So I'll take a couple here. And so all of the connection details are encoded. And there you have it. You have 2 nodes, each with a Bitcoin each, and we have 5-second block times, so people are straight into opening channels, you know, routing payments, and we have on the front end here, we also have the bookkeeper stuff, so they can learn a little bit about that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Judges? Oh yeah, question. Where's my mic? You don't have one. I know, but I'll keep asking until I get one. All right, so you're the creator, or who's the creator?
Yeah, it's kind of a partnership between myself and Derek. I primarily work on clams, so Derek works on sovereign stack, so it's kind of a combination of 2 ideas to make an educational tool.
So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is at ZBD or at the hackathon, what besides was LNPlay.live built during the hackathon? Like,
Yeah. LNPlay was built at this hackathon. We built it in the last couple of days. So the ability to scan a QR code and connect to a reg test node, we did that at a Pleb Lab, but the flow to productize it and automate it was done at the hackathon.
Okay, gotcha. And then, so just to recap, the front end product wrapper was built at TabConf. And I have a question a little bit about, none of the backend infrastructure was touched. That's still using the same Rails as BitBlock was using essentially.
Derek can speak to that.
Yeah, so for the hackathon, we created a core Lightning plugin that allows the front end to fetch an invoice, check the invoice status, and then when an invoice is paid, it fires off all of the deployment scripts that have already been written. So we wrote the core Lightning plugin for the hackathon.
Okay, so not only the front end product idea that you showed, but then, also that CLN plugin that helps with, I'll just say, back-end communication and stuff. And then I have another question, just in ref to the service. What are y'all, when let's say I decide, hey, I want to spin up 8 nodes, or what was the max scroll? What is the maximum scroll to, or for you guys?
For MVP, we just went with 8, 16, 32 nodes as options, and like 8, say, up to 24 hours. But we thought people might want it for a couple of days, and we just went with that for MVP.
So when you do like a higher number, like 32, is that just spinning up pods on like a K8 cluster, or how is that working?
Yeah, so we spin up a large VM, and we're using Docker just to one Bitcoin D instance and a bunch of core Lightning nodes.
Gotcha. So you're just doing like a Docker compose and spinning up a bunch of guys, or
yeah, and so we can select the number of core Lightning nodes.
Gotcha. And then
up to 200.
And then a local Docker network on that VM.
Correct.
Okay. Does anyone else?
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys.